Hey guys, all right. Just so you know, every once in a while you really have to let your players know just how badly they've played, and I figured that it would probably be good to go over this together with you. So this is what I usually do, right? Football Manager doesn't give you a very easy option to do this, which is stupid. It should allow you to choose like a certain level, and if a player plays below a certain level, he gets fined a certain amount. What we're going to do here is we're going to find everybody who has a 6.4 to about a 6. Probably 6.4 or 6.3 will find 1 week's wages, and everybody else will be fined 2 weeks' wages, and then we go have a talking to with all the players. I really wish that there were an easier way to do this. Yep. There we go. Lee Chaba again doesn't want to leave, but we're going to force him out if he continues to play like this. So I wish that there were an easier way to do this. Unfortunately, this is the easiest way to do it. You have to go to the last match, look at everybody one by one who played poorly, and then you go through and you criticize their last match. And that's kind of the way that it works. Again, I mean, it's a pretty upsetting and frustrating chore to have to do in this game. If you don't do this, the problem is if you don't do this, there's no real way in game to express with players how upset you are that they played really poorly. All right, and so that's kind of the thing that we have to do. Who has the 6.1? This is Jemway, who's probably played his last match for us. I know I say that a lot, but I mean, this has really, really, really been bad, and we have a transfer season that's opening up very, very soon. So this is the problem that we have, which is these guys who really should be playing better than this are playing really poorly. Naziri is, yeah. We're going to fine him once again 2 weeks' wages. This is not the first time that we've done this. And we'll criticize his last game as well. You squandered too many chances in the last match. The other thing that we'll do for him is we're going to criticize his recent performances. So he had one good match and then two others, and you need to play better. All right, we'll make him upset, but yeah, we're going to get rid of him soon. The reason why he gets upset about that is because when we started Nene against teams that were a lot better than, of course, he scores the goals. Anytime, though, that we're starting against a team in what might be termed a big match, he disappears, and that's the thing that we're upset about. And so, you know, we kind of make sure that he knows that if this continues, and it likely will, that we're just going to completely get rid of him. There's Lingwanda, and now the problem with having to do this is that, you know, the formatting here, as you can see, is not exactly done all that well. And so we will criticize his last game as well. Some players will take it positively. It's usually a good sign for their professionalism. Other players take it negatively, which is an awful sign for their professionalism. So this is another 6.3. We'll find you, actually, I should have done 1 week wages. It doesn't really matter. 2 weeks wages, though, you'll never get a good response from the player if you fine him 2 weeks wages. It's intended to sort of like be a sign and show a signal. So for the sake of comparison, this is what our dynamics look right now. Even after that loss, everything looks good. We have happiness at the club. Nobody's upset. But as soon as I hit continue, things are probably going to fall apart here a little bit. Let's see what happens. Yep, here we go. Potential issues with Wang Bo-an. Wang Bo-an has he played just that one match? He's played 4 matches so far this season. His form has, let's see here. We want to see how you were actually in the league. His form has been garbage. So I don't care if we end up having to lose him. Then you have Tai Yuting go talk with him. He won't be able to do anything. If you have like a born leader or somebody who's got high professionalism or who's really respected in the clubhouse, sometimes they can solve these problems for you. Not always, though. And so, we talk with him, and he says, I have concerns about my recent fine, but you came to talk with me, so I feel a lot better about it. So, okay, whatever. I mean, the truth is that I don't really care if you feel good about it or not. What I care about is that when you play again, you play better and don't, give up all of this stuff. Might not have the required ability or potential, and we went through this before on this team. Whenever I see this, we're just going to completely release the guy. And that's the other thing that we can do, which is if they get really upset about being fined, we end up just releasing them in the end. In most cases, we'll be able to find a better player. So we do the same thing here with Huang Fucai, who played horribly. And yeah, you're not scoring enough. I don't blame you for being upset. Well, guess what? We actually don't need you. And the reason why we don't need you is, number one, you're not making money. And number two, you are a really bad player. I mean, he hasn't played well in any of his matches for us. He's had 1 assist, 0 goals. So what we can do here is we can release him on a free, and that's the end of that for him, and it doesn't cost us any money. So let's take a look here. We move on to the next stage and see what happens and see just how bad things are for us. Huang Fucai is given a free transfer, and so everybody feels their fine was unfair, except for Ling Guanda. He's the only one who thinks that he can motivate himself. I told you I like this guy. And that should be the end of it. Yeah, when we look at the dynamics, actually the atmosphere went up when we got rid of Huang Fucai, which is a pretty good thing. And so we'll see what happens. We'll see with this next match against Guam Shipyard if there's any residual impact from this. Sometimes you'll see funny things, right? So at the end of that last match and also at halftime, I threw the bottle at the team and I was screaming at them and told them individually that they were playing poorly, and it didn't have any sort of effect on them. So we'll see what happens, right? Sometimes the team will come over and they'll say, we don't like the way that you were, that you are with your end of match talk, your halftime talk or whatever. Then you got to go solve that problem. It doesn't always happen though, so you don't always have to worry about that. Sometimes it ends up working out for the best for you. And unfortunately, this is just sort of what happens when you play against teams like that. Chen Chengju is sidelined for the match with an injury. He's surplus to requirements. And I mean, as always, I look at the form and I think, how many matches this guy played? He's actually played quite a few and had some good performances as well. So we may actually miss him, but we shouldn't be too bad off. I think we'll be able to have somebody else play. And then we let the press know, okay, well, whatever. It's a shame. Yeah, he can't play. Too bad. We'll have somebody else playing his position. But as you can see here, it's not too bad. Some players might be a little bit upset, but so it is. His morale is down. His morale is probably down because I don't know why his morale is down. Probably just because he can't play in that match. He wants to overcome his injury. He'll be fine. He'll overcome it in a couple of days, and that'll be it. Anyway, there you have it. The thing is that you can't always trust the thing that tells you when it says a certain number of players are unhappy or whatever, because sometimes you will never be able to find which player it is that's really upset, right? I mean, whatever. I'm here. I was going to look at the under 18s, and instead it shows me the main squad for whatever reason. So I mean, I don't know. Who knows? Who knows what's going on? Who knows if there's a way to figure out who actually is unhappy or not? That's the way that it is here, though, and hopefully we'll be able to overcome that poor performance, beat Guam Shipyard, and get this save back on the right track. Because if not, it very well may be the fact that I might be looking elsewhere right away and try to go back to Oceania. So there you have it. We'll see what we can do. Talk to you later. Bye.